all the new players because there are tons of players coming to the Discord with the same questions. So there are 5 extremely important things that you need to learn. First of all, the main rule is never fly without a rebuy. This means that every ship, if you die, you don't just get respawned, you lose the ship if you don't have the money to buy it back. For example, when you go here on the right panel, you will see the balance you have and the rebuy cost. Right now I don't have much balance because I bought a fleet carrier and I'm giving away some free money to some other people and to some new players, and so whatever, yeah. Never fly without a rebuy. The rebuy cost is written down there, so you can see how much you spend if you die, how much it costs to get the ship and the modules and everything back. The second very important rule is to have a fuel scoop. That is the thing that you can refuel while you're in Supercruise. For example, I'm in Supercruise right now, and if this planet in front of me was a sun, I would be able to refuel. I have another video showing of how to refuel, and this is very important because if you run out of fuel, there are basically three options. Okay, first, call a friend if they can come and pick you up, which won't happen like every time you need them. Second option is there are people called fuel rats. The only thing they do in game is like just to come and give you some fuel. But don't forget that they will do it once or maximum twice for you, because they will ask you, do you have a fuel scoop and why don't you have one? And they will teach you that you really need a fuel scoop. Otherwise, they will stop helping you. So be careful and try as hard as you can to never call them, because if you really need it in future, if you really need a fuel rat, they won't come for you. And trust me, if there are moments that you might really need a fuel rat because you might hold kind of like quite a lot of money in you, and after you die you lose all your cargo, which is like bad. The third rule is the auto-docking computer. That's something very important because when you start the game you have an auto-docking computer which docks automatically for you. You might use it for like a couple of like an hour or two, but after that what I would like recommend you is to get rid of the auto docking station and get rid of the other thing, which is Super Cruise Assistant. Get rid of those and learn how to land, learn how to get to the star where you need to be, because that is something extremely important, trust me. If you don't know how to do those kind of stuff later on in game, it will be very very hard. So if you start trying to land on yourself, like by yourself from the very beginning, this will be like you'll be a better player. It's all up to you. It's your decision if you want to do it or not. After all, I'm just giving you some advices as an old player that you might want to follow so you can have a better experience in the game. My next advice will be like so those are the main things. There are a couple of options that you can a couple of roles you might want to choose. Role number one is, for example, if you want to make money and get a better ship, you can go and do some missions. Right now I'm in my carrier, so unfortunately I can't get missions from here, but from the planets, let me see if there is a planet here, a station, not a planet. There are no stations. Okay, so eventually you see what a station is. At some stations, when you get a mission, there are missions just like to where you will be able to just get some data, which is, I would say, something pretty nice for a new player, because the data you get is not, it doesn't have like a storage capacity. You don't need to have cargo capacity for it. It's here is the data. So you get some data, you jump to another station and sell that data. That's the easiest way for a new player to make his first money. After that, after you make, for example, whatever amount of those kind of missions, you grind your rank first of all, which is very important to grind your rank. I will explain in another video what's that about, because see, that game, this is not like Minecraft or Fortnite or those kind of games, which are absolutely for kids. That's a pretty solid game, which eventually, and yeah, you definitely need to learn more and more about it, because it's not that simple. And so the thing you need is the thing you need to do after the missions, those data collector missions, is, for example, if you want to fight, you need to build a fighting ship. I mean, the thing here is, whatever ship you buy, you can build it to be a fighter, to be a miner, to be an explorer, or to be whatever you want to. It's all up to you what modules you put in the ship. There are ships which are better for mining, there are ships which are better for fighting, for exploring as well. But after all, there are ships which it's totally up to you how you build them. They're like, you can do whatever you want with them. It's just that I would highly recommend you, if you think that you can have a ship that you can do everything with that ship, this is not going to work well, because it will suck in any point of view. You need a ship for mining, a ship for fighting, and a ship for exploration. The best ships for the beginners are, the first ship is Diamondback Explorer. That is absolutely the best ship for exploration. If you want to explore, if you want to go to the planets, land with your SRV, have fun, the best thing will be to get the Diamondback Explorer. If you want to go mine, side note, mining is the best and the quickest way for you to make some money. I mean, you can make tons of money with mining. I have another video showing this Anaconda build, which I'm still using because it's just the best Anaconda build you can have. But that's a ship which is for a little bit later on in game. So the best ship as a first ship might be a hover. That's what the other like old players are suggesting. After you have the huller, I would suggest you to just, at the first convenience, whenever you can, just buy a Python. The Python is the ship that you can like do whatever you want with it. You can use it for, I think I sold my Pythons. I've sold all of, like, most of my ships here. So a Python is a pretty nice ship. It has a lot of hard points, which are your lasers, your guns, and it can store a lot of cargo. Also here you can see my Python, which is built for mining. Actually, you can stop the video and build your Python like this. That is a pretty nice build for mining. And although the utility mounts are definitely not necessary something you need, the optional internal are something you definitely need. And the core internal, I mean, you can go for like the power plant can be 7D, which is a lot cheaper. And I would suggest you, like, the life support is to be D-rated, which is important. Later on, I will most probably make another videos because the game is quite big. There are tons of information, and you have to learn, like, step by step. The power distributor may be D-rated as well. All of the D-rate means it's cheaper. It gives you a little bit less. Like a little bit less power, but also it makes your ship, like, you will be able to jump further. For example, with this ship right now, which is built not to be able to jump, especially because I don't need to jump, I have a fleet carrier, but you eventually will need at the beginning, is what you need to do is to get a big jump range, because otherwise you like, wherever you go, you need to make quite a lot of jumps to get there instead of just making like 2 or 3 jumps, which are nothing. So that's important to have a big jump range. If you want to have a big jump range, you need D-rated modules. That's what the D is. I mean, yeah, again, they're cheaper, but they don't give as much power as the A-rated once again. So the Python is the mining ship. You can also build it for fighting. You can build it as a fighter. Is a pretty decent fighter, I would say. It's a pretty nice fighter, definitely. And if you want to do, what was the last thing? If you want, yeah, basically the Python is for the fighter and for the mining ship. There are a couple of ways for mining. As a new players, I would suggest you to do laser mining, because that is the easiest way to mine and make some money. After that, when you go mine, some people go for surface mining, which is a lot more difficult for new players. You need a totally different equipment, you need different lasers, different stuff. Even though it's again mining, you need different things. So you can mine, it's a different thing. It's still a mining, you still get materials which you sell for an amazing price and make tons of money, but it's a lot harder. After all, what I'm doing is I'm laser mining because it's the most efficient. You can make like the most money out of it per hour base, per your time spent. But after all, most of the old players say that laser mining is kind of boring and those kind of stuff, even though for me laser mining is something where I can chill and I can relax, have fun, and make some money, and at the same time relax. You see what I'm talking about, you can Google it. There are tons of videos of the two types of mining. The fighters, there are like millions of ways you can build your ship to fight. What I'll suggest you as a new player is to get, if you can get beam laser, or most of the players would say burst laser, but personally I would recommend you to have beam laser and multi-cannon. All of them must be gimbaled. That is very important. When you go to your like outfitting, you see that there's an icon where it says if the gun is gimbaled or fixed. This means fixed weapons shoot exactly where you're pointing, which apparently I have proven that gimbaled lasers are better. Even though here, for example, here you see gimbaled, that is gimbaled. And this thing allows you, if you're looking at your target, it doesn't matter if it's not that strict, you will still be hitting the target. Although the fixed lasers have a little bit more damage, but more damage compared to less hits, because you won't be hitting your enemy like every second. And with the multi-cannon, with the gimbaled weapons, you'll be hitting your enemy a lot more. Eventually, I mean, you definitely make more damage with a gimbaled weapon. That's why, for example, all of my weapons are gimbaled. The fixed weapons are shown like this with a with this symbol, and the gimbaled are shown with this symbol. Like fixed weapons, the mining lasers are only fixed weapons. Because when you mine your rock, the asteroid you're mining stays steady, so it won't move, so you don't need gimbaled. I don't think that there are gimbaled weapons as a mining lasers. One more thing, there are turreted weapons. They are mostly if you have a crew member, which you can give it a try eventually at some point. Of course, it's totally up to you, but they are definitely, I would definitely not recommend you to put any turreted weapons at the beginning. They're a little bit different. They don't do so much damage. Their point is if you have like a buddy and if you have like a strong ship where you have a new player who wants to join with you and fight, this new player can actually get into your ship and be as your crew member and helps you and he might help you to kill somebody, like some ships you if you're going to do the fighting thing. So let me show you. Actually, your crew member will stay there and the other one will stay here. You can have up to 2 crew members at the same time. And in order for them to work, they need gimbaled weapons. But once again, I would highly recommend you to not put any gimbaled weapons. So those are my main advices. Make sure you have a fuel scoop. Oh, there are thousands of players right now coming to our Elite General community asking the same questions. That's why I'm doing this video, guys. I mean, it's totally up to you, of course. Of course, if you come to the Elite General community, we will all help you. The community is pretty awesome. It's one of the best communities you can find in an online game. Doesn't matter what, the community is really awesome. There are some pretty nice guys which are about to help, but keep in mind, never trust somebody so hard because some of them will try, of course, to you. So be careful, don't listen to everyone. Not all of them are willing to help. Some of them might just want to F you up. So be careful who you trust. And yeah, that's it. For more videos, I'll make more videos. I'll leave my Discord. If you want to know my Discord, just type. I might leave it into the notifications under the video. One more thing. Once again, if you need help, you definitely need help. You need to watch videos or come to the Elite Dangerous community Discord. There is an extremely big Discord. There are a lot, like thousands of old players who might be willing to help you, which although they might get annoyed by helping new players because I believe there will be thousands of new players right now because the game is free. If you don't know that, the game right now, since today, since like a couple of hours back, the game is free in Epic Games. So for those of you which will get the game free, congratulations. That's pretty nice. We the others bought it for around $60 because the day before today there was the regular game and the Horizons version. You had to buy them separately and it was like $60. But right now, for the next couple of days, all of this will be free. And from today, the Horizons DLC is implemented into the regular game. So congrats again to the new players which are going to buy it so cheap. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment, come to the community, we'll help. Those were the most important things you need to do. Never fly without a rebuy. Again, on the right panel, you'll see the rebuy cost and your balance. And I'm gonna need to put some money. Never mind, okay, I'll do that later. So, never fly without a rebuy. the second, again, because you lose your ship and your modules. That is important for every moment of your gameplay, at any moment. The second thing is you need a fuel scoop, so you won't run out of fuel. The way you refueling the way to refuel your ship is by getting in a super cruise, like close to the sun, but to a sun in any galaxy, in any station, in any system, but not too close. There are a couple of things. If you get too close, your heat will go up. If your heat goes up, you eventually die. You need to save it to keep it below 95%. Otherwise, you get some damage and you eventually die. In my other video, I'm showing how to use the fuel scoop with the Anaconda build. I'll make a video of a Python build or a Crate Mark, which is an awesome ship. There are quite a lot of ships. The third thing is, I forgot what it was, but never mind. You can reroll the video. Yeah, those, like, never fly it without a rebuy and have a fuel scoop. Those things are very important for you. And it's up to you to decide what are gonna be. I'm just saying that eventually doing quests, doing missions will help you. Even though if you wanna mine, mining is just getting money. But if you just get the money and don't know how to fly the ship that you're going to buy, I mean, you'll be killing yourself quite often, and you eventually lose your money, and you might lose the cool ship you just bought by mining. So get to know the game, learn how to fly, get rid of the auto docking computer, get rid of the super cruise assistance. Those things are things which are, yeah, they are convenient, but you won't learn how to play. Trust me. Actually, when I started here, when I started playing the game, the old members, the old guys said, like, get rid of those. Eventually, you'll be happy that you did it. You'll be happy that you listened to us of what we told you. So I believe this happened to me. So I'm very happy that I got rid of those things, the auto dock computer and the super assistant, because right now I can land extremely well. I don't mind with what chip I'm using. I don't care. I can land, and that is something you need to do, because you really need to do it. The point is just that, let me show you those components. Instead of those components, you can use some other stuff. Like, for example, on my ship, I believe they were optional internal. So here, you're gonna need to replace those components and use, for example, refinery or detailed surface scanner in order for you to be able to mine or to fight. You need those spots to have a better equipped ship, and to be stronger, and to be able to jump far, and for whatever you're going to do. That's my Anaconda build. I've shown it into another video. So once again, those are my advices, which I highly recommend to all of the new players here, and we all welcome you. We're all happy to have you, and we'll see you in the Discord most probably. My name is Dikarov in Discord. It's capital. Actually, my official Discord is capital K for Kilo, lowercase a for Alpha, lowercase r for Romeo, lowercase o for Oscar, lowercase v for Victor, uppercase Z for Zulu, and then the pound sign or the hashtag, and then the numbers 0664. That's my Discord. You can ping me. I'll help you. Although I won't just give you away some tons of credits. I can, yeah, give you like 5 mil or something, or 10 mil. I don't mind. I'll help you. It's just that I don't want to boost you so hard, because if I can, of course, I can boost you really hard. I can get you an anaconda. I can get you a free anaconda, of course, but I won't, because if I do this, eventually you play for a week or two and then you stop. Our goal is to get as many players as we can, so we can have more and more and more people coming, and it will be better. The community is already full, but of course you're all welcome. If there is anything, leave the comment below. Subscribe. I would appreciate the subscribe if you click the subscribe button, or follow. Sorry, my bad. Follow. I still don't have the subscription thing. Just follow, and there will be some more videos. Depends on the comments you put. I can make a video of what you need to see. I can show you on Discord. I can make a video of it. Those were just the 5 most important things. Thank you very much for watching, and have fun in game. Goodbye.